let us explore the qualities of effective instructors. That is the point of this video today. We're going to be looking at some of the things that make up a good quality instructor. And this is really important for you to know because you can develop these skills yourself, or you can evaluate other instructors who are putting together training programs. And so this is both valuable, both in the sense of your own development, but also in the evaluation of others. So what we've done is I've summarized these into some core ones, 5 core skills that I think are really, really important. And these come from a lot of literature, okay? If you're looking at Wally Morrow, for example, who talks about teaching in the field of education, these are the kind of things that he talks about in his work. And so I've transposed those into the instructor, the adult learning place and space. So let's jump in. The first key thing for a quality and effective instructor is that they're knowledgeable about the content that they are teaching. There's nothing worse than someone getting up and talking about something that they know absolutely nothing about, right? And so your core competency as an instructor is to be knowledgeable about what you are talking about. And then to be able to communicate that to the audience. There are times in which you know the concept, but your ability to communicate that concept is not very good. And so the concept itself does not get across. And so not only do you have to know what you're doing, you have to know how to communicate what you're doing. Once you know how to communicate, it's also important to understand that learning is not just communication, it's also organizing and systematizing learning. So thinking about your lesson plans, thinking about your classroom management. If we think about the qualities of what teaching is, it's organized, it's systematic learning that thinks about classroom management, that thinks about assessment, that thinks about content knowledge, that thinks about classroom management, and that thinks about the ways in which we are going to bring together these core concepts so that people can demonstrate them after we have taught them. All right, so it's organized, it's systematic learning. We then have reflective. Those that are really effective instructors reflect in action, they reflect on action, and they reflect for action. So in action, they reflect while they are actually teaching. Reflecting on action is when they look back at what they do. And then reflecting for action is actually thinking about what you have learned by looking back and how you're going to apply that to your next session. And finally, preparation is perhaps an undervalued part of being an effective instructor, but it's really, really critical so that you can essentially implement these other pieces. Your preparation is really the key driver to your learning experience and being a quality and effective instructor.